Automac in the building, baby. Tuesday afternoon. Right here we got a little something here I don't get to do too often. This is called a inside label print. Okay, it goes on the inside of the shirt, and it's usually reserved for people who want the size printed on their shirt. Some people like that, but this here was something else. And the pallets I'm using here, these are called pads. These are pad pallets. They're a little raised up. Now, if you can see there, the squeegee is a little more narrow than usual because you don't want to print over the side of them. I didn't think about getting the dimensions for this. I want to say these pads are like 4x4, 4 wide, 4 tall, 4 inches wide, 4 inches tall, I believe. But here I am, just going ahead and getting and seeing where my placement is going to be on the print there. All right, and you can see my lasers. That represents where the print is actually going to be placed. You got to get that tag out of the way, Mac. That's the only thing about these prints here. Those tags can get in the way, but I'm going to show you how you can overcome that. All right. So let's go ahead. We're doing our press check. We all should know what a press check is by now. And I'm running it all the way around. I just want to see how it's going to print and see how the tag is going to hold up underneath the flash unit. And if you're a seasoned printer, you should know that the tag isn't going to hold up very well, as you're going to see here in a second. All right, but I'm just trying to get a feel for the job and where my print's going to be. Always double checking, looking at my mock-up, looking at those pads, looking at those pallets. I don't believe they are set yet. All of my pallets are set yet. Obviously that first one is. Okay, and on these, well, and I'll get to that. I'll go over that later. Okay. And I like the placement. Of course, the tag didn't survive, but I want to go ahead and set the rest of my pallets up. I always take the laser at the bottom of the pallet, at the bottom of the print. Okay, I leave the one at the top of the print so I can know where I can always know where I'm gonna print, always where the print's gonna land relative to the top of the inside of the shirt there. Okay, and I mean that's really good placement right there in the center. Okay, so now it's time to set these pallets. Always want them right there in the same spot. We got an inch marker from the top of the pallet down there to where you see the Sharpie print, that black line. Okay, and okay, I know. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, one of these pallets was cut a little shorter. Yeah, this one was cut a little shorter from the manufacturer, and if I remember correctly, it was a 1/2 inch. So I'm trying to make up for the distance. So my print lands. So every print lands in the same spot. You know, if I didn't account for that 1/2 inch, how many pallets are there? 12. Every 11th shirt would be a 1/2 inch lower than where it's supposed to be. And of course, we don't want any of that, right? Everything's got to look like it came off the exact same pallet, right? All right, excellence. Always looking, searching for excellence and executing excellence, might I add. All right. So I'm pretty confident there. Putting all the pallets where they need to be. Okay. And if I didn't explain it earlier, the rest of these pallets, they're being set to the very first pallet that I did the press check on. All right, I really like that location, so obviously we're gonna set the rest of the pallets to that location, yeah? Yes or yes? Okay. Come around the mountain when she comes. Right? And this whole time while I'm setting up, I'm also still waiting for approval. There's nobody around for me to get approval from. Right? I don't, it doesn't make any sense for, the number one guy in the game, the best printer of all time, to get approval. I don't need your approval. You need mine. Oh yes, I wanted to double check this shorter pallet just to make sure the print was actually going to land where I needed it to, and I had to make a quick adjustment on that. All right, so now we're good to go. All right, time to run. Oh man, I made a rookie mistake on this thing, man. I'm still sick about this, but the shirts were still able to be. The shirts were still. We're still able to salvage the shirts. So what happened? I had just a tiny bit of pallet glue on the pallets, right? Just to make sure that my shirts didn't go anywhere. Right? Even though you really don't need it, because as you can see, since the pads are lifted a bit, there's some play right behind there where you can actually fold the shirt, fold the top of that shirt, the top of that seam, right there behind the pallet, all right? And then I put a little pallet glue on the pallet itself, on the pallet arm, so I could just stick the tag right on there and prevent it from getting in the way of the print. But here, look, I put the pallet glue on the tape, right? But what I didn't do, I didn't dry it all the way. So on the first rotation, it left a really good bit of residue on the back of the shirt, which is no good because everybody's gonna see it. We're printing on the inside of the shirt, so the outside of the shirt is on the pallet, and typically that's not how it goes, right? And you're about to see the aftermath of this. This is disgusting. Look at this. Just pallet glue residue. Pallet glue residue. Oh, rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. I did all the prep for this doggone run, and I just did not account for that pallet glue showing up on the back of these shirts. Yeah, man. I was sick. I was really sick over this, man, but we were able to. It was the first 12 shirts, the first dozen, but we were able to clean up that mess. So look, you see how I'm sending the shirts down? I mean, that's how you have to fold it anyway, but since the pallet glue was face down, like facing the belt, right? And not facing the top of the dryer, okay? Since it wasn't doing that, the residue didn't cure to the outside of the shirt. So they were actually relatively easy to clean off. Couple couple of passes of masking tape, throw some masking tape over it, rip it off a couple of times, dot it down. It really patted down a little bit, and in certain cases we had to use the blowout gun to take out the more pronounced blemishes. But those shirts were able to be saved, so I didn't beat myself up too hard about it. Still, it was still something that I could have avoided. I have too much experience for that. But yeah, I went ahead and ran the pallets around a few times, got that glue nice and dry. But the flash unit was really messing with those tags. It's starting to crumble it up, so I went ahead and turned the flash unit off. Turn that flash unit off, and you'll save your tags, because the people still need to know what size shirt. They still need to know what size shirt they're getting, right? All right. So now we're on the run here. We're all ready to go. Everything's cleaned up, and we're running. We're off to the races, and taking it right from the top, putting it right over that lip, cuffing it, pulling down the neck just a little bit. You don't want to pull the neck too much, otherwise you're gonna deform the shirt and you're gonna turn a crew neck into a V-neck. You don't want to do that, right? And yeah, man, this is the run. I told you guys a few videos ago that I was gonna show a little more action, and here we go. All right. Skip one there. This is a pretty easy run. Just get into a rhythm and do what you do. Yeah. Do what we do. Keeping everything nice and straight. Got that 2-thumb technique going on there. Well, tag got in the way. No big deal. We just printed that again. Yeah. They tag out the way there, Mac. Alright. Yeah, man, this isn't something we get to do too often, but got to do it today. We're running. Yeah. Just fumbling, man. Fumbling around. What's going on around here, man? Once again, man, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, I'd really appreciate the interaction. Again, man, I've been on a little hiatus with the videos, because I've been working these double shifts. I have the opportunity to pretty much work as many hours as I want, because I helped start the company, and so the boss, he gives me the opportunity to work myself to death for a few extra dollars, and of course, being the greedy little capitalist that I am, I do it. So but I've been on a little hiatus. What I'm really trying to get to, man, I'm going to continue to make videos. But I stated before in a previous video, I'm trying to get to where I can live stream my entire second shift. Second shift is really laid back. And, we clown around a lot, talk a lot of smack. And I think those would be pretty entertaining. And I think I'm I need, what do I need? 29? I need 29 more subscribers so I can go live. So I need you guys' help, man. All right? It's all good, man. It is all good. I need to start letting you guys know I want to start filling you guys in like during these runs. Sometimes you get into a zone, you start to zone out, you start thinking about different things, and just random thoughts coming to your brain on these runs, especially on long runs. Start to zone out. I don't know if I should share my thoughts on this one. For some reason I was really thinking about bull daggers for some reason. I haven't been with a bull dagger in a while. I know it's a touchy subject, but I know bull daggers are kind of cool, man. I enjoy their company and they enjoy mine. Yeah, bull daggers are surprisingly fluid for a group of women who are so who claim that they are batting left-handed, but every bull dagger I've encountered is a switch hitter. But, it's all good. They're cool. All right. Hey fellas, if you're wondering how you get with a bull dagger, this is what you do. To get cool with one, right? All you got to do is have some Zaza. I'm old. I don't know these things. You got to have an eighth of Zaza and some brown liquor. And yeah, her little USPA boxer briefs will be on your apartment, on your bedroom floor in no time. All right. Those were some of the things that I was thinking about as I was running this job. No disrespect to the bull daggers, man. I love you guys. You guys are great. No marks. Bull daggers have no marks on their body. They haven't been tampered with a lot. There's usually some like super weak woman on top of them, and she ain't doing no damage. But yeah, just double checking the back of my shirt, making sure everything's nice and clean. Oh yeah, and also making sure that print on the inside is not showing through on the other side of the shirt. We definitely don't want that. In fact, that's why I only used one screen. You only have to use one screen. It's not something that has to be super bright. All right. But yeah, that's the end of the run. And it's Automech. Like, share, and subscribe.